Hi,
Hello, how are you? Good night, David. How are you today? Fine?
yeah, I'm fine. Thanks.
Yeah, great. All right, let's see. Where did we stay at? We did the past continuous, interrupted past, and reported imperatives, right?
That's right.
And we check on these, how they change, no? The imperative form from, we saw how they change. And we did the practice.
Um, yes, we did.
Great. Let's continue then. Well, next thing you're going to be reviewing on this unit is the use of adjective clauses. What are adjective clauses and when do we use them? We are going to see in detail. An adjective clause is a multi-word that contains a subject and a verb that tells more information about a noun in the sentence. It's very important to remember. So, information about the noun in the sentence. Adjective clauses depend on another clause in a sentence to express a complete thought, and that's why they are referred to as dependent clauses. So which are an example of these? All adjective clauses begin with a relative pronoun. Some of the most relative pronouns include who, so some of the most used, right? Who, whose, which, whoever, whomever, that, and where. Relative pronouns mark the beginning of an adjective clause in a sentence. Here, the most important thing is to spot a relative pronoun because adjective clauses follow them. They function as actual subjects and at times the objects in the adjective clauses. Examples. And this is your part. Please, can you read on these examples?
People who are true patriots love their country unconditionally. I can recall the time when there were no mobile phones. Jason has a relative whose daughter pursues a career in nursing. Dancing, which many people love, is tiresome. The reason why David skips mathematics lessons is that he doesn't love the subject. The reason why Nicholas prefers to watch football matches is that he doesn't like to watch basketball. Weddings, which are hosted in secluded areas, are very jovial.
Yeah. So as you see here, a relative pronoun, like these ones, are marking the beginning of the adjective clause, right? When there were no mobile phones, adjective clause. Whose daughter pursues a career in nursing, it's relative clause. Which many people love, relative clause. Why David skips mathematics lesson is that he doesn't love the subject. Why David skips mathematics lessons is an adjective clause, or sorry, the relative clause. So as you see, these, the relative pronouns, mark the beginning of the adjective clauses, all right? Adjective clauses. And well, we are going to be reviewing on uh, examples, more examples on how we form them. Here, an adjective clause provides information for a noun in another part of the sentence. So extra information, right? For example, the cake was delicious. This can be a regular statement, but if I want to provide more information about the noun, I will say the cake that she bought was delicious. All right? This, what is in yellow, is the adjective clause, is the extra information about the noun. Here, the people who live next door are good neighbors. Extra information about the noun. The game which was played yesterday ended in a tie. Here, extra information about the noun. I visited the town where they met. Extra information about the noun. And here, the leaders whom we elected will commence in work next week. Commence is a synonym for start, right? So whom we elected are talking about the noun, extra information. Do you know the woman whose pictures in the magazine? Extra information again about the noun. She will always remember the day when the accident happened. Extra information about the noun. So these are the adjective clauses. Do you have any doubts or questions about this?
No?
Great. Let's please work on the practice. Work on the practice, please, and let me know when you finish. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, I finished.
Great. And how did you do on this practice?
I did fine.
All right. Is there a further doubt or question that you may have?
No.
All right. Perfect. Let's please move on. Well, this is all for unit number 2. All right, David. So remember, adjective clauses, reported speech in terms of reported imperatives, interrupted past, past continuous, and simple past. This is all that you will be reviewing on this unit. Okay?
Okay.
So tonight, I will be assigning you quiz from unit number 2 for tomorrow. All right?
All right.
Great. Or it can either be for tomorrow is Thursday, no? Yeah, it can be also for Friday if you want, no worries. Okay, here, grammar unit number 3. Oops, and we are going to start with grammar. Let me check. Where is our vocabulary? Oh, here it is. All right. Well, I think let's please start with vocabulary, okay? Because we recently reviewed on grammar, so I don't want you to feel overwhelmed with all the information about grammar. Okay, so vocabulary unit number 3. We are going to be talking about expressions related to dating. And well, here is the first one. Ask someone out. It's to invite someone to go somewhere socially, especially because you have romantic feelings for the person. Please, can you read on the example?
Mm. She said she was going to ask him out to lunch.
And this one, the second one. Be in a serious relationship. What is the meaning of this? Well, I think the meaning is obvious, right? Serious relationship. So meaning that you have plans to get married with a person. Here, be on the rebound means to feel unhappy and confused because a close romantic relationship of yours has recently finished. So when you broke up, some people know feel on the rebound. Please, can you read on this example?
5 months, 5 months after Nick had left her, she married another man on the rebound.
Yes. And well, the next phrase, be seeing somebody. To be having a romantic relationship with someone. Please, the example.
Is she seeing anyone at the moment?
Pick somebody up. To find a romantic partner for someone.
Yax tried to fix me up with his older sister.
And here, the next example.
Um,
Sorry,
a
go on
blind
a
date.
blind date. Yes,
Elaine arranged for me to go on a blind date with a guy from her office.
correct. A romantic social meeting between two people who have never met each other. So, do you understand all these phrases? Ask someone out, be in a serious relationship, be on the rebound, be seeing somebody, pick somebody up, and go on a blind date.
Yes, I understand.
Great. And here, let's go on to the next couple of phrases. Have a crush on somebody. What is the meaning of this? Is to have a feeling of romantic love for someone. especially someone you do not know well. Please.
A guy in my class that I'm crushing on.
And here, play hard to get. To pretend that you are less interested in someone than you really are as a way of making them more interested in you, especially at the start of a romantic relationship.
Why won't you call him back? Are you playing hard to get?
Yes. And play the field. The meaning of play the field is to hold an interest in a number of people or things, especially to become romantically involved with a number of partners.
Beck is not ready to settle down with one man. She enjoys playing with the field too much.
Yes, and split up. Split up means if two people split up, they end in their relationship or marriage.
She split up with her boyfriend last week.
Yes. Well, any doubts or questions about these phrases?
No.
All right. Well, this is all the vocabulary you're going to be reviewing on this unit. Let's please move on to the next thing, which is going to be grammar. Oh, we have a conversation here. Let me see. Oh, yes. Okay. Well, please begin with this conversation. And well, the first question. What would you do if you won the lottery? Explain in detail.
Hmm. I think I will save the money for um, to to pay for a master's degree, especially one abroad, one overseas.
All right. And where would you like to do that master's degree?
I would like to go to Japan or Ireland or Canada.
Nice. And what would you do if you were stranded on a desert island? Which three things would you like to have with you?
Oh, there's a difficult one. Hmm. I think I would like to have a machete because it would be very useful to cut plants and making a hut. To cut plants to make a hut. Um, it will be useful too in order to defend myself against some animals and for chopping wood. I will like to have something to make fire. I don't know how to say this in English.
Tell me.
A pedernal,
Sorry again, please.
pedernal, a flint.
Mm,
I googled it. I would like to have a flint in order to make fire.
all right.
That would be more useful than matches or lighter because it lasts longer. And I would like to have a metal pot in order to cook or to boil water.
Okay, you're right.
Hey, okay. By the way, I didn't think about this before, but I would like to have my cell phone in order to call for help. But
All right.
but if it is a desert island, I don't think I would have some signal or electricity. So
Mm-hmm. So how would you use your phone, right?
yeah,
All right. But maybe if your phone was, or maybe had like a solar battery, it will work, no? With the
yeah.
sun. All right. If you had three wishes, what would you wish for and why?
Mm, let me think about it. I will wish for. I wish I could eliminate deforestation. That would be a that would have a huge environmental impact on the planet, in the planet, on the planet. I don't know which one is correct.
If we're talking about the inside, then in the planet. But if
Okay.
we're talking about all over it, on the planet.
Yeah, okay. That would have a huge environmental impact in the planet. Um, I think that would directly help to end global hunger, and that would help econ world economy too. So I think I can keep the other two wishes for myself. So my second wish will be to be a genius. I think I'm smart, but not genius smart. So I would like to have the ability to understand everything I try on my first time. Yeah. And my third wish would be to find a girlfriend. Why not?
All right. And well, here. What would you do if you found a fat wallet on the street?
The answer is it depends. If
On what?
if the wallet has some IDs, I will try to find the owner. I would be tempted to keep the money for myself, but I wouldn't do it. If if it doesn't have any IDs, or I can't find the owner, I will keep the money for myself.
All right. And if you could be an animal for one day, what would it be? Explain why.
I think I would like to be an eagle because I'm very curious about how it feels, how flying feels like. And, and if I'm a small bird, I think I could be eaten by other birds. So I would rather be a raptor bird.
Nice. And if an alien spaceship invited you for a ride, would you go? Why or why not?
I wouldn't go because I would be really scared. And I would be afraid of that invitation being some kind of um, kidnap try. Of course, I would be curious forever, but I wouldn't. But I think that would be too dangerous, so I wouldn't go.
Mhm. If you could travel in time, where would you go? Explain why.
Hmm. Uh, it depends. If I could change something about my past, I would. But if I could change something about my past or see my future, I would go there. But if I couldn't, I, I would like to see the moment where when my parents met, or I would like to see dinosaurs age
Okay. Why dinosaurs age?
because I'm a huge fan of dinosaurs.
And
And
why
when I
when
was
you're Sorry, go ahead.
When I was little, I used to read a lot about them, and I still like them.
And why when your parents met?
Just for curiosity, I would like to see what my parents were like when I was little, or when, no, I mean, I would like to see what my parents were like when they were my age.
All right. And how long would you like to live if you had the choice? Explain.
Hmm, that's a difficult question because I think I would like to live as much as possible. Uh, and I also think if I can walk or if I'm in pain, I wouldn't enjoy to be alive. So probably I would like to choose just mm, just long enough to meet my great grandchildren.
Okay. And if you were born 50 years earlier, how would your life be different?
Mm, perhaps I would have never have studied English. And let me think about it. I would have had to find a job um, before I graduated. Mm, and who knows, there's a possibility I will be living in El Salvador, and there is a possibility I wouldn't, since there was a war before I was born. So I have no idea what my life would have been like.
Okay. If you could start over your life, what would you change?
Mm, probably I wouldn't have trusted some specific people. Um, and I would have studied in a different university, but I couldn't have met some of my friends and I wouldn't be angry about things that are not my fault or are not other person's fault. Yeah, I will just let some things pass because I will know that in the future things will be better. Things would be better.
Okay. And if you had divine powers, like good luck, like godlike, how would you change the world?
Mm, that's a difficult one. I think I make natural resources more available for everyone. And I also think I would punish some people who do evil. That's what I would do.
And if you were the leader of your country, what would you do or change?
And I will create more laws in order to protect the natural environment. And I would make big companies make more taxes.
And I heard that, well, in your country, there are good changes being made. Do you agree or no?
Um, I think those are not good or bad changes, just changes. What did you hear?
I heard about, for example, in health, because, in the middle of this pandemic, all of the countries around are suffering. First, it was India nowadays, and now Nepal is suffering because they don't have the sufficient clinical development, health development in terms of hospitals. So in your country, they built a great hospital, right? That's what I
Oh,
was
I
able
know
to
what
see.
you're talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think the president handled the pandemic really well, even if some people do not support him. But I think he did what had to be done. Uh, I think he's a very um, let me he's a very prepotent and arrogant person, but nevertheless, he's smart and he has done a good job and a better job than other presidents have done. So that's why he has many supporters and some and also many people who hate him.
Well, at least he's doing what he has to do, right? In other countries, they don't care about that.
Yeah, it's very catastrophic because um, the National Assembly
Mhm.
tried to manipulate the people against him, and they tried to make him look as a tyrant, even if he was trying to protect the people. Because he was very strict about the lockdown.
And also in education field, I heard that he is working now on the like
Oh yeah,
internet
and
fees
today,
and computers.
yeah, I today I saw many high school students receiving laptops for their virtual classes.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Imagine.
think so. I really thank him because no other president has ever done that.
Yeah, imagine. No, nowadays that is very necessary. All right. Well, let's please move on. If you had the chance to be born again, in which country would you like to be born and why?
To be born again. I wouldn't like to be born again because I wouldn't end up being a totally different person, and I wouldn't have met my family again. Um, Probably I would like to. I will maybe I would like I would have enjoyed to have lived in Japan or an English speaking country like Canada or the United Kingdom. uh,
Okay.
Since they are very secure countries.
Mm-hmm. And what would you do if your dog ate your homework just before going school or university or master's post degree?
I think I will angrily kick my dog, but not too much. I would be furious and frustrated. I would probably even cry.
Okay. And if you could commit any crime and get away with it, what would you do?
It depends. I I would not like to commit any crime even if I can't get away with it or not. Maybe if you were more specific, what kind of crime?
Like, I don't know. Well, not something terribly, no, but maybe like, I don't know, steal a bank, something like that. Would you steal a
I
bank?
think this would be a hard real thing to do, but I think I will steal someone's car.
Okay.
Someone's uh but it just someone who I know who is a really bad person, so I wouldn't be so guilty about it.
And here, if you receive $1 million, which you couldn't spend on yourself, what would you do? What would you spend it on?
Hmm. Probably I will donate them to some public schools that need reparations. Hello?
Yes.
All right. Well, this one is it was difficult. I imagine to have $1 million and not being able to get anything for you.
Yeah,
Well,
I think as I told you, I think I would donate the money to some public schools that need some serious reparations.
Nice. All right. Well, let's see. What would you do if you had only one day to live?
I would probably uh, spend that day with my parents and my family.
Okay. And how would you feel if you found out that you were adopted?
I would feel totally depressed. I will still love the family now, but I will be furious since they lied to me.
All right.
All right, so this was it for the conversation practice. It was very interesting. All right, now we started unit number 3. Therefore, I will be assigning you quiz from unit number 2, as well as the assignments from unit number 3. But this doesn't mean that you have to do it all right away, right? Because we didn't review grammar. We didn't even begin, only vocabulary. So you can start with pronunciation exercises, writing, and vocabulary. All right?
Right.
Perfect. Let's please work on the survey, and that will be it for today. Thank you.
Thank you. Please, can you extend the time for unit number 2's assignments?
Oh, unit number 2. Okay.
Because I haven't finished yet.
It was due today.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Tomorrow.
Yes, please.
Sure. Oops, I think it's not launching. Let me review what happened. Let's see. Oh, there it is.
How did I perform in the conversation part?
You did amazingly fine. I have to say that it's very easy to have a conversation whenever whenever you talk with a person that is has the fluency and the vocabulary to do so. It's different, right? You know the feelings like question, answer, and then we can even extend, command, and everything. But it's different when you have someone that has lacks vocabulary or fluency. But you did great.
Thanks.
All right. Well, we are going to continue on tomorrow's class. Thank
Okay.
you. And well, see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I have tried to find a job in a call center before, but I couldn't because they said I was not fluent enough.
Really?
Yeah, and I think my English is better than some persons who work there. But never mind. That is not what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Of your life? Yes, of course. And you know how things sometimes work. You can be you can be an excellent professional and you can have all the achievements and everything that they need, but sometimes they don't qualify you because of how great you are. It's just because they have someone else already and they just pretend, right? So don't feel bad. It's things that happen in life and it happens anywhere, right? You know, the Godfather situation. So
Yeah,
you will find a better job, I'm very sure.
thank you.
Yeah,
I'm an engineer already, so I want to find an engineering job.
of course. All right, well,
All right. Thanks a lot.
you're welcome. No worries. And well, see you tomorrow.